Hi, everybody. This is Steve Maggi. Welcome to Building Your Bridge, where we talk to experts and professionals that work with international investors and international entrepreneurs that want to come to the US. And it's my honor to have as my guest Patrick Findaro, one of the founders of Visa Franchise. Thanks for coming on, Patrick. We've known each other for a while, so it's nice to finally do this.
Exactly. We've been talking about for some time now. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Absolutely. What industries are promising for 2021 and beyond? Let's say for 2021 through this first term of the Biden administration, what do you see as the most promising industries?
Great question. So definitely service-based and industries that won't be competing with technology. So, if you are a huge gym, for example,
Okay.
and you now are competing with people that are doing fitness online. If you're a boutique practice that caters more to the upper middle class, upper class, you're probably going to still be doing one-on-one sessions or one with four, 1 to 5. But if you're a big box gym where the classes were really large, and now that same type of consumer can just go on and do a class on their phone or via Zoom on their laptop, that's not great. And then other businesses that compete directly or indirectly with Amazon and e-commerce is definitely going to be hit hard, as well as depending what state you're operating in. But it seems like pretty much outside of Florida, a lot of states for full dining, they're still with restrictions. So,
Well, it takes time to choose the right one, and then you're projecting until you get your visas and you're here, you're looking at maybe 6 months from start to finish, setting up the company, funding it, doing all the documents, maybe signing a franchise agreement or a purchase agreement if you're buying a company. So there's a lot of steps there. So 6 months from now or towards the end of this first year of the administration, perhaps that might change. But if you were to choose 3 or 4 industries that you think are sort of pandemic proof and recession proof and whatever other word you want to use, what would be the ones that come to mind?
Good question. So I do like the vacation property management businesses. As you still have Americans that are traveling, there's not as much international travel. And then the property manager is still making money even though there's not people there. So there still has to be pool cleaning and maintenance, pest control still happening, landscaping still happening. So there's still all these fees that you're able to charge as a property manager. Maybe the cleaning fee goes down and the bookings have gone down slightly. But if you're part of a franchise system that's adapted well, and maybe before you had a lot of international clients, now you've adapted more towards Americans where you might be able to, they might be spending less time, but you can charge more money. So I do like vacation rental property management.
Okay.
On the food side, operating businesses out of ghost kitchens where it's just delivery and takeout. I find it as a very interesting.
Is there a franchise that does that, or would this be an
There's a lot
existing
of
business?
franchises that are doing ghost kitchens, including Salad Works, Doghouse out of California,
Okay.
BurgerFi, Halal Guys. There's quite a few franchises that have already opened in ghost kitchens or are in the process of opening. So instead of investing $500,000, $600,000 dealing with getting a liquor license and operating the business from like 11 a.m. to midnight, you can open up a ghost kitchen franchise and invest as little as $100,000, including the franchise fee, get that business open, and expand the hours from 8 a.m. So also get the morning crowd.
Interesting, because you can do more than one kind of brand or one kind of food, I guess.
Yeah, so some of the franchises have adapted their menu to cater to other, basically the breakfast crowd, to also do that. Or maybe if they were more focused just on breakfast and lunch, now they can cater to the dinner crowd, and they don't have to be spending all this money on a wait staff. It's just people preparing the food, and then you have the third party apps like Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub that will pick up the food and handle a lot of the logistics. So I do think that's an interesting space to look at, as well as accounting, insurance. some of these businesses that they have a stable book of clients and they just continue to increase. Home services is great. So kitchen and
Okay.
bath repair is booming and will continue to grow as people work more and more time from home and want to have more comfortable spaces.
Right. I'm imagining a Ray Bradbury-esque world where everybody just stays at home. That's almost what it seems like it's becoming. So I think it's great that you guys are really on what's trending. You're really paying attention and you're seeing it in practice, because you need to be able to predict a little bit. If you're going for a 5-year visa, let's say, you need to be able to predict what the trends will be 3 or 4 years from now. In other words, will you be obsolete, or are you going to be in front of the pack, and that therefore generating more profits? So I think that's really important.
And over the last few months, we've reviewed 1,000 franchise disclosure documents that were issued in 2020 that have reported on how 60% of them roughly reported the financial information of how they did during the pandemic.
Okay.
So generally, they're reporting from March 2020 to August 2020 or September 2020, and comparing how the sales have been hit and other financial figures. So we've reviewed roughly 600 different franchises for that data.
Wow, it's a lot.
We've spoken to numerous franchisees together with our clients as part of their evaluation process to see a little more, how they're adapting and to hear, on a pretty much a live basis, how that business model is doing given COVID-19.
Yeah, I think that's really important. That's something that we have in common. I have to always see what are the trends in the adjudications of cases and what different embassies and consulates are emphasizing or not, or how that changes when they change their teams, and always have to adapt. So I think that's really great that you guys do that. So